Welcome to Wayfaring Curiosity Reviews.
Horror films have always been a comfort food for me. Something about sitting in a dark room under a warm blanket, eating a bag of popcorn and waiting for the next jump scare just does it for me. Horror movies have a unique history that's evolved alongside society's fears, starting with early icons like Nosferatu, Frankenstein, and Dracula in the 1920s and 1930s. These creatures gave birth to a genre that's captivated audiences for over a century. The 1950s saw sci-fi-inspired horrors like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, reflecting Cold War anxieties. But the real turning point came in the 1960s and 70s, with gritty, brutal films like Psycho, Night of the Living Dead, Alien, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where human madness and societal breakdown became the new terror. The 1980s continued this trend and brought titles like The Thing, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th, among other greats of the genre. Several new horror icons were born in this decade. As the genre evolved, Stephen King emerged as a major influence, with his work becoming iconic in the world of horror cinema. Films like Carrie and Pet Sematary delved into the darkness of everyday life, while The Shining remains one of the most unforgettable horror experiences, with Jack Nicholson's portrayal of madness seared into our memories. Pennywise from It became a horror icon, terrifying generations with his predatory smile. The 1990s gave us Scream, a film that revived slasher movies with its meta-take on horror, while Stephen King's stories, including the Stand miniseries on TV, continued to fuel both terrifying and thought-provoking adaptations. Today, horror has embraced both its roots and new ideas, with directors like Jordan Peele and Ari Aster pushing the boundaries of the genre, but always with a nod to the classics that came before. From gothic monsters to the twisted minds of Stephen King, horror films have kept us on edge for decades, showing us that our greatest fears can be the best kind of entertainment.